What's up, so there's your boy Chris here, vibes up in the kitchen as usual. I posted a recipe very similar to this. We did the pumpkin with shrimp quite a while ago, maybe a couple years ago. This time we're doing it curry. So a curry shrimp with pumpkin. You're gonna like this one, man. Vibes it up. By the way, allergies hold me down for the last couple days. Bad. So if the nose looking kind of bust up and you're seeing, no, there ain't no dry snot or nothing. That's just skin. Just warning all in case all this see it. I don't want to get any nasty comments. They vibes it up, man. The first thing we've got to do is to season the shrimp and allow it to marinate for about 10 minutes or so. Anything longer and the seasoning will start to cook it. We don't want that. And I have here half a pound of shrimp that's been peeled and deveined. Also, what I did, I went ahead and I peeled and I cubed up the pumpkin. And that is about 3 pounds of pumpkin that I peeled and cubed. Just set that aside for a bit. We're going to go in with salt, and it will seem like a lot of salt, but this is all the salt I'll be using for the entire dish. So don't fret too much. A bit of black pepper, and again I'm only using this black pepper because I'm missing my pepper mill. I love fresh ground black pepper instead. And I have here traditional Caribbean green seasoning, about a tablespoon or so. This is a teaspoon I'm using right now, but about a tablespoon of that. And all we're going to do is give that a good mix and let that marinate, as I said, for just under 10 minutes or so. I've got my saucepan here heating on a medium heat, and I'm going to go in with about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And I have here 3 cloves of garlic that I smashed and I just roughly chopped. What I want to do here now, turn my heat down to low and just let that garlic start to fragrance that oil for about a minute. With the heat still on low, we're going to go in with your favorite curry powder. And we want to let that toast and really awaken all the spices which makes up a good curry powder. All the ingredients I use will be listed down below in the description, as well as it will be posted, the entire recipe will be posted on caribbeanpot.com. Here's where I also like to go in with a little bit of Caribbean sunshine, thinly sliced, and no seeds. You will notice all the seeds are here, as well as the white membrane. That is where most of that heat is, the most of that kick is. And again, this is a scotch bonnet pepper, which I call Caribbean sunshine. Right away now, we're going to give it another quick stir here. It's going to go darker, it's going to go grainy, and that is perfect. Your entire kitchen should have that lovely aroma of a toasted curry. And this is where we're going to go in with the seasoned shrimp. And I'm just going to turn up my heat to medium, and we only want to cook this for about a minute or 2. After that minute, I'm just going to remove that from the pot because I don't want this to overcook and go chewy and hard on us. We're going to add this back the last couple minutes of cooking. Now here's where I went ahead and I put a couple tablespoons of water in the same bowl that I marinated the shrimp in, just to pick up some of that goodness from the bottom there. And we're going to go in with all of that pumpkin now. I'm going to crank up the heat to high to bring that up to a quick boil. As it comes up to a boil, I'm just going to really mix that just to pick up all the flavors from the bottom. And I have here, and usually I add this at the end, but you can put it now as well. I have here a teaspoon of brown sugar. That's just going to help balance all the flavors. Put the lid on there and bring that up to a boil. Now if you wanted to put some onion in there or any sort of your favorite herbs, you can certainly do that. Some cilantro in here, some shadow benny in here. Any one of those things would work great. It's come up to a boil. It's come up to a boil now, so I'm just going to put the lid on there and let that slowly cook until everything comes together. It's going to start melting. It's going to start coming together nicely. Just wanted to quickly show you something. I don't know if you guys can see all that liquid in there. That is natural. The pumpkin will naturally sprout out its own liquid and own natural juices. Remember, every Gosh, I'm getting tongue-tied. Anyway, every 5 minutes or so, give it a quick stir because we want to bring the pieces from the top down to the bottom. The whole idea is to get this to melt and become one nice thick something, you know. It's been going now covered for about 25 minutes. What I'm going to do here now is we want to get rid of all that liquid. So I'm going to crank up my heat to get it more vigorous. And we're going to use the back of the spoon to crush the pieces of pumpkin now because we want that to become harmonious in here and to really dry up all that liquid. I will put the lid back on, but ajar, so there's room for all that steam to come out and it won't continue developing liquid. It's been going now for about, I don't know, about 8 minutes. The last 5 minutes I totally removed the lid and I'm just crushing it now. Most of that liquid is gone. Crushing it because you want it relatively smooth with the back of my spoon. Here's where you're going to taste it for salt, adjust it accordingly, and we're going to go in back now with all of that lovely curry shrimp that we started with. Give it a stir to make sure all that curry goodness goes all between, you know, mix and marriage and all kind of thing. And that is it. All you want this to do is to heat through now with the shrimp in there for about a minute. We don't want to overcook this shrimp. Chris here, caribbeanpot.com. Always a pleasure to have you guys in the kitchen with me. Curry pumpkin with shrimp or curry shrimp with pumpkin, whichever way suits you. Remember to give the video a thumbs up, like, leave comments. Check me on caribbeanpot.com. And if you haven't already done so, hit me on Snapchat, my man.